But until my will runs dry, deny your sins all over me, baby.
Go.
Do you need me to slap you?
Just say it. No! Stop.
I can't, you can slap me, but I can't slap you.
Because you tried to slap me first.
Let's be Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel, Picking Into It. I'm Nana.
And I'm Esther.
And today we'll be reviewing Fatherhood in Cloudy with Chance and Meatballs.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive topic, fatherhood, but we're going to try our best to talk about it.
There may be some areas of triggerment.
Yeah.
If triggerment is even a word.
A triggerment's a word.
Is it?
It's a word.
It is now.
It's a word. The brief plot of Cloudy with Chance and Meatballs is this scientist who lives in a town. What's the town? Swallow Falls. He lives in a town called Swallow Falls, and his town is just all they eat is sardines. Ooh. So he thinks like.
Thing is, I love a sardine.
I do like sardines.
I love a mackerel
with the
especially
tomato
with
sauce.
With certain foods,
okay, just make it.
I like, yeah, that's nasty.
You know when it comes to the tin,
yeah, and I wash it out. Okay, I only buy that one. I only buy that one if there's nothing else. If the one with the sunflower one's gone.
It's a very cheap, uni budget friendly meal. If you know hard times as a student.
And you will have hard times if you are a student. So.
You know that's a cheap meal with some rice or some curry.
But it's just like every day.
Yeah, so they have sardine lollipops, sardine
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And if you think about what Flint it does, I was saying this, Esther, when you think about what Flint is actually doing, because he's bullied, because he's different. Like remember his spray on shoes?
Spray on shoes.
His spray on shoes.
Yeah, no, but like he was trying. He tried his best.
Spray on shoes. Exactly, like I remember
he just wanted to give people more affordable shoes, even though they weren't very nice. They weren't very nice for the rest of his life.
But the same shoes that were stuck on his feet for the rest of his life managed to save the town.
No, but like he also destroyed the town.
I was gonna say,
so it's not really.
It's kind of a bit. He is fixing a mess that he created.
He's kind of an abuser. Like he will abuse you and give you the solution to your abuse himself.
But won't you say that the town and his bullies led him to I guess, because I feel like he wanted to please them essentially. So he did all these things, all of the orders from them were all from them, like, oh, can you do this? Once he started, they knew that he could do hamburgers. They were like, oh, do this, and he wanted to meet them being pleased, their needs.
Also, like, what kind of town only does sardines, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? That's crazy. Like,
I'll just kind of briefly explaining the plot of the movie. Also, I want us to do a trivia. If you guys watch the movie, I'm gonna do a trivia of the movie. Let's go. This is also new to me as well.
Commercial break.
A few moments later.
What is Flint's last name?
Girl, I don't know.
Option number one.
Lockwood.
Lockwood. Rubble.
No.
Stone.
No.
Or Vanderbilt.
No, it's Lockwood.
Lockwood, are we looking at him? Bill. What is Flint's first invention that he creates when he's younger?
Pick-a-nosinator.
Oh, pick-a-nosinator. You read that.
Pick-a-nosinator, home workinator, recyclinator, spray on shoes, obviously.
Which one is it?
Spray on shoes.
Spray on shoes. What invention does Flint create to replace awful sardines?
There's
Limited officer?
Let's read through the options. How does it flush?
It's
Flush
Lockwood's diatonic super mutated. What's the difference?
The sardines be gone. Ray gun that converts sardines to sardines be gone. Taste spray sells into his dad's tackle shop. Flint's Lockwood's dynamic super mutating food flusimeter.
Which one? Is it flusimeter?
I think it's that one.
I think it's the last one.
No, food maker. It's not replicate. Replicate.
I don't think a replicator.
Replicate makes you make what's already there. Okay. Who Flint believed is the great. Who believed in Flint being a great inventor? Flint's mom, I'd say. Flint's mom.
Flint's mom.
Yeah, Elle or Tim Lockwood or Steve. Who's Tim Lockwood?
No, Steve is the monkey.
Who's
Steve.
Tim Lockwood?
It's Tim Lockwood, his dad.
Oh, I would say it's his mom.
Who the hell's O?
His mom.
Who's O?
One of, I don't know. Which celebrity plays the town cop? Earl of Swallow Falls.
Mr. T.
I think it's Denzel
Mr.
Washington, Mr. T, Sinbad, or Ice
Mr.
Cube.
T.
Who's Sinbad?
No, I think it's Mr. T. Because like he just seems like the type of guy who just have like one letter as a
Who's
name.
Sinbad?
No, and there's no Sinbad.
Who destroys Flint's computer?
That's
in
very
the secret
racist to
lab?
put Ice Cube as an option.
Why?
Because he's black.
Well, it's a black voice, isn't
So.
it? How does Flint defeat the food machine in the giant meatball? He doesn't want the battle with the Flisdenberg, and he runs.
Even spray
and shoes.
Hey, this is the answer for the thing. It's replicator.
How do you know it's a replicator?
It says R. Because
oh.
See?
Okay,
I was right.
Let's
So
go.
you're a cheater then.
No, I was saying
If
we haven't finished.
If it was 2 tests, I would have got it right.
We haven't finished.
Haha.
I didn't know which one it was.
Because I did say think replicate because it's guru. It was like guru at the end.
That's true. Submit our answers. What did we get?
Everything right.
Oh my gosh, you got everything right!
Because of me.
Was it not a team effort?
No. Anyways, so what I was saying.
Anyway, that was the trivia. Let us know in the comments what you guys got. We got a 10 out of 10.
Probably got 0.
Thanks to the 2 of us. And it wasn't just a one person effort. Anyway, back to fatherhood. But I think going back to one of the questions as well, actually, because remember his mom died. Like, how they doing a lot of these children movies that they're killing off the mom.
What is with that? Like,
I hate children.
yeah, like why the parent always gotta be dead or something?
To give the child some kind of character.
Because it's like, think about it deeper. If like all you watched was Disney movies as a child, wouldn't you one day think, oh my god, my parents are gonna die one day, so that I can?
I mean, I just think that.
I mean, obviously they're gonna die one day, but like as a die
if you
young,
lose your parents, yeah,
that's very traumatic for children. Or even me as an adult, like it's quite traumatic.
Yeah.
Especially when I watch Let It Go and they don't kill the man.
Let It Go, Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen. Yeah, they killed both of her parents just so out of nowhere in a boat ride. I was like, I really thought they were coming back, but they weren't. It's depressing.
I think the mom, she was the one that I kind of believed in his idea of being a scientist. She bought him his first lab coat. She was like, I know you're different after the whole shoes incident. She was like, I know you're different and you know people are gonna say you're strange, but I believe in you and you're like, you know, you're gonna be a great inventor someday.
You're a freak, but I love you.
Yeah, basically that's what she said to him. Yeah, get you guys parents that like, you're freaks, but we still love you.
But you're gonna do big things someday.
Flint's mom as well, like, supports his dreams in, I feel like, in a different way to how Flint's dad does.
Of course, there's a different way.
Yeah.
She actually saw him for who he was and loved him for it. But his dad saw who he was, but felt a bit, maybe he got like the ick.
I feel like,
and he was like, ooh.
I feel like he did. I feel like the dad doesn't understand him.
No, I think his dad cared about what other people thought, because Flint wasn't just himself to himself, he was himself to everyone. And obviously because he was a bit strange, a bit weird, you know, he would kind of get in trouble for it and like all like judged for it. And I think his dad saw that and he was kind of like, maybe turn it down a little bit, whereas his mum saw that and he was just like, let's bump it up, you know, let's make it more. You know, that was just the difference between the two. I don't know how they got together, honestly.
But I think, I mean, I guess because the contrasting difference, but I think in a way, because it got to a point where he was like, let's give up on this scientist thing. Like, the dad was like to him, you know, like, it's been long enough now. You've been making inventions, you've been doing this. And even the dad has been part of his journey, being one of his subjects for all his inventions.
Remote control television.
He's been there, like.
To be fair, the man has lost mustache after mustache in the name of his experiments.
It's true.
So,
the trauma of being one of his test subjects, it must have
too
been
much.
there. But it's like, that's his dream.
imagine if you lost your eyebrows because you're a child and the inventions. You know you love your eyebrows, so you'd be pissed.
I just got my eyebrows
You'd be
back, guys.
pissed.
I'm growing them out.
You'd be pissed off, like.
I'm growing out
what?
my eyebrows.
If you need eyebrows, you got eyebrow pencil. Just draw them on. Then.
It's true, no, but then you have that line.
No,
the line
yours
looks
is
fake.
a line.
I will
You
go
don't
and
know
get.
how
I
to
will
do
go
it
and get a
properly.
transplant.
Just do like.
I'll go and get a transplant.
I know how to make it look real.
Oh, sorry. Anyways,
You won't be able to tell if you're like super close.
I'll get a transplant.
And if you can tell, then you're too close.
That's true. No, but okay.
If you can tell, you're too close.
That's true. But I would get a transplant if I lost my eyebrows. But I think
That's so
I guess
funny.
in one way he was part of his experiments, but in the other way it was like I do feel like someone's telling me to give up your dream. And so like think about your dream. And fair enough, you try and you when you try fail things, especially being a scientist, you try things and you fail. You try things and you fail.
You know what I
and
kinda
you've been
like?
doing it for years, and it's kind of like it's you know what, Esther,
He's just been doing
it's
it
time to give it a
for
rest.
decades. If you think about it, like
Yeah.
20 years. As soon as he was old enough to run,
Yeah.
he was doing experiments, and like now he seems like maybe let's say he's like near his 30s at this point. So he's been essentially doing it for decades, and I kind of like it because it kind of shows how like
Determined.
not everyone, not just that, but not everyone achieves their dream like
Just like that.
immediately.
I
And
think that's
social
the social media.
Social media can make it feel like, oh, everyone's getting this instant success, but it's like some people actually it took a long time to get there, or some people, some people are lucky enough it happens immediately, but a lot of people aren't, and there's that determination to keep going that will actually eventually help you get there, and then the lessons you learn along the way that will actually help you in the long run. And I think now he knows, and like the experiment ended up being evolving, mutating, and like creating like a whole world. In the second movie, I mean, he didn't do that, but like his creation did. So I guess you could that is down to him at the end of the day. I think it just needed like a little, I don't know, beating to like wake itself up and stop being evil.
I think even like Esther said, with dreams they take time, and especially it's hard. It's very hard to make something, like for instance in Flint's case, make something it mess up and then pick yourself up. Like the picking
really
yourself
hard.
up,
but he did
is
it
the
very
hardest
well.
point.
Like it's almost like he
was so
enjoyed-
determined.
He almost enjoyed his failures as much as he did his successes. Because
yeah.
it was like a failure meant like he could
one step closer to
it
the
meant,
actual
like,
thing.
He could modify and try
Yeah.
again, modify, try
Try
again.
again.
And I really admire Flint in that way. It's just a shame that his dad saw his like determination as like a
to them
flaw
to give up,
instead of like his greatest strength,
because he even asked him to work with him at the sardine shop.
You feeling it?
Everybody work at anyone want to work at no sardine shop, like that's not even your
Work
thing,
at
bro.
and I feel like sometimes parents can put their dreams and place it
What
expectations and place it on you in terms of, or even place their fears
You definitely
on
did
you.
that.
Yeah, because I think Finn's determination and drive for his dream, like that fact that he kept going after failure, whereas I guess the dad didn't have dreams, but I guess his dream was the shop, and for him to kind of just be like, it doesn't work out, it hasn't worked out.
I don't even
for
know
you.
if that's even
In
his
his dream.
dad's dream. I think
He's complacent.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but like I think his dad just wanted to connect with his son because that was the only son he had, and that's why he would take part in experiments and such and such.
Hair on Balder!
And even in the second movie with the pickles,
Yeah,
because
but I
they
think-
liked what his dad liked.
I think he does like sardines, but I think with his dad he struggled a little bit because Flint's like so different from him, and he found it hard to like
I think
try to find things to
understanding.
connect on, because like he couldn't connect on the science thing, but he still went along with it, and his son didn't want to connect on the sardine thing, he didn't even try. So like it just felt like there was like a disconnect, and I think that's why like he was consistently trying to like I don't know, because he thought, okay, maybe if you tone that down a little bit, we'll be able to connect more. I think that was the goal he was trying to achieve. I don't think it was necessarily stop your dreams that can like crush his dreams. I think he just wanted to find a way. Well, he wanted to look out for his son, even though he had like good intentions, but obviously, the way it came out wasn't the best.
I think, and how I feel like how important is it to you to have parents understand like your dreams, or understand what it is that you want to achieve? Because I feel like definitely in Flit's dad's case, there was a lot of generational differences. I think even if I look at my choices for career or whatever, I think being in a creative industry, it's very hard to explain it in terms of generational difference with my parents, in terms of like the fact when in my like age now, there's so many jobs that didn't exist when my parents were young. And even that, the fact that they're immigrants too, like moving from like Ghana to come here. And I think definitely a lot of times when I explain my career path to my parents, there's a lack of understanding there. So do you feel like, I guess it's important for them to understand, or if they don't understand, there should be at least kind of, all right, I don't completely understand my child's choices, but I don't know.
You pretty much answered the question, but
I'm not saying my bit of it, but I'm asking.
I think for me, no, understanding is not important. I think it's acceptance that's the most important, because I don't think my mum necessarily, I mean, I feel like her understanding is to the point of, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I like, and that's enough. I think she doesn't have to understand like the why. Like, we don't have to sit down and have like the deep, you know, explanation as to tell me point of explain why you want to do this, because she doesn't need that. It's just, this is what I want to do, and she just accepts, okay, that's what she wants to do, and that's that. And I think for me that's enough. You know, if she never understood or we explained it properly to other people, but like she was just like, oh, my daughter wants to do da.
Yeah,
but she doesn't go into the details, fine details. I'm still fine with that, because she's still supporting me, she's still, you know, she still backs me. So I think that's the most important, the fact that she still, you know, is on my side, even in things that I want to do, even if she doesn't get it. I feel like if I wanted to be if I wanted to be not to do OnlyFans, even though it's mad, I do feel like my mom would like, she would complain and she'd be like, make comments and be like, why do you want to do that? Why did you have your breast out? Even when I just have like a little like cleavage out, she's like, you want to feed everyone? Like, she'd be saying that all the time, but you know, she'll still support me. I feel like she'd be annoyed. She wouldn't want anyone to know, but I feel like that's just how my mom is. She'd accept it. She wouldn't understand it, but I feel like she'd accept that, oh, she's doing this, how she wants to live her life. That's what she doesn't mean she's not gonna complain in my ear consistently, heavy on the consistent. But I feel like she's still, she wants the best for me, so she's still gonna be on my side. So yeah. Because it's so funny, because when I wear like really like booby tops and I post it on Instagram, both my mom and my grandma would be like, why is your breast out? Why are you posting da da da? And then you just see like
anyway,
just like
share.
it.
Profile pic.
They just, yeah, they'll just put a profile pic, even though they're complaining, they're still gonna like it because that's me. So,
and I think even though Flint's dad in many ways like fails, not many, like anyone fails, but in many ways fails to, I guess, meet all of his needs, because realistically I feel like as humans we can't meet everyone's needs. One thing that he does is try. You know, he tries his best and like tries his, I guess, hardest, and I think that's, when it comes to fatherhood, the most important thing. You know, that you may not understand, but you try to. And I feel like, yes, it must have been very hurtful for Flint to be like, because I feel like Flint is constant, where is his mom, who's dead now, like, was constantly there to like, she wouldn't even know she's just gone.
She could have just dipped, really.
She was constantly
but
there.
Let's say
like,
she died.
She passed away.
Let's say she died.
Yeah. Oh, dipped. Just stop.
Actually, could have, but because they didn't give us an explanation, she could have died. She could have dipped. She could be in Hawaii right now with her new boo and her another child.
She got tired of the shoes and the where the dad stuck it out. The mom was like, no, I can't.
No, let's not do mommy's memory like that. Yeah, she's dead. She's up beside him.
Disclaimer. But I think whereas the mom was the one that was there with, because I feel like the ways that the mom shows love is different to how he shows love, and I think that's the difference. Whereas he's kind of like the hard kind of not man of words.
I don't even think that's like a man or woman thing. I just think that's just a people thing. We show our love differently. You know, like how his love language, I think, is quality time, because like he is consistently just trying to be around his son. Like
Even with the invention.
even with the inventions, like he don't like it.
And
but
even
he wants
going
to
into
spend time
business with him, he wants
Yeah.
to spend time with
So
him.
I think he's not like words of affirmation where he just needs to. Like,
And that's
hear
what the mum
He's
was.
just, yeah, his mom's definitely words of affirmation. I think maybe that's what Flint's thing is.
That's what I'm saying. I
But,
think
like,
that's what Flint
that's why there
needed.
was that disconnection, because like his dad just wants to spend time with him, but his son wants to hear the affirmations of you're doing a good job, you're amazing, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But like he just wasn't able to give that to him, unfortunately.
I think that's definitely with Flint where the clash came with his dad, in terms of he wanted, and that's why that moment actually at the end of the movie when he puts the voice box on his head.
That was really cute.
I'm proud of you, Flint. I'm amazed that someone as ordinary as me could be the father of someone as extraordinary as you.
That part is so sweet because
Your eyes started crying, didn't you?
Even before that I was gone because it just shows that sometimes, I mean, we don't know all the things that our parents do, or the words that they say, and I feel like that's when you don't know it, sometimes it's very easy to fill in the gaps of, I guess, not feeling good enough. And I feel like even with everything, when he finally gets that success in terms of his machine, but it's getting to the point where it's like overload and he's meeting all the needs of the people, and it's starting to malfunction and the stakes are falling down, and he invites his dad to his restaurant.
Invention saved the town! Aren't you proud of me?
Ultimately he wanted, like, I'm proud of you.
Affirmations, yeah.
He wanted, I'm so proud of you, son. That's what Flint wanted, whereas the dad
But
was
to be
like,
fair, the dad was right. Like, who the hell
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
eat?
no,
Who the
but
hell trying to
think
eat a
about
steak
it.
as big as a bed?
on one side,
What?
yes, he was right.
No.
However, I'm gonna advocate for Flint in this moment. Yeah,
I'm not saying.
he has
No.
he has spent all of his time trying to impress his dad,
Who's trying to eat a
doing
steak
all
that
his
big?
inventions, and he finally gets to the point where his invention is actually successful.
No, it's not, because
Wait a minute, it's successful. It's only gone overboard because
What?
his I feel like the fact that the town started to demand more, but also I feel like his ego got in the way. 100%. His ego, the fact that he was like this whole person that people kind of, in a way, the town worshipped because of what he brought to the town, and that's why he got off hand. But at the end of the day, the only person's approval that he wanted was his dad's, and this moment for him is like, Dad, look at what I've done, like, look at everything I've done. And the dad,
because I feel like even if his dad was like, that's amazing, but he still wouldn't have been happy about that.
That's true, but
Like,
I think all he wanted was the acknowledgement of,
okay, but like right now people getting crushed by steaks as big as a house.
but he
I can't just like, well done, son, and then
but he wanted, and I think
no,
he wanted his dad to acknowledge him.
but his dad did.
His dad, no, but he should have acknowledged him when he needed him too.
He did acknowledge. He did need it, and he got it.
He did it. He got it eventually.
Yeah, but like in that instance, if you're talking about that specific moment, no. Because,
I know.
Because I'm pretty sure his dad even said, this is great, but don't you think that he even said that?
Yeah.
He did acknowledge it, but
Don't
he
you
did
think
say,
it's, yeah.
don't you think it's a bit big, and it's like, God damn.
I also feel like it has to do with the history of their relationship, because I feel like sometimes when you've had a history of being like, I guess, I don't know what the right word is, but I guess put down, or whenever you try something,
put down.
I don't think put down, but whenever he's tried something, there's been kind of like, come on now type of, that's been that kind of response.
No, I just think
I feel like his reaction is more to do with the fact of, oh, you never responding the way I need you to, you never supporting me the way I need to. So rather, instead of him,
but I feel like Flint does kind of, he sees support as one way only, which is affirmations, which is what his mom gave him. Because it's like his dad 100% did support, him he was always there. You'd be the guinea pig, for Christ's sakes, for every single experiment he did. And it's like, say Flint's like almost 30 years old, and it's like, imagine you have a 30-year-old child that's been trying to do the same thing for decades, and it's like, you 30 years old right now, you need to get a job. Would you not think that? From his dad's perspective, it's just like, I've had my mustache ripped off, my eyebrows ripped off, I've had hair, I've not had hair, I've been attacked by a monkey, and it's like, at this point, it's like, you need to get a job. And it's like, if he was, I don't know, I don't think his dad is completely wrong to be like, come and work, because it's not like he's kicking him out, it's not like he said anything too
But he
crazy.
told him to work with him and give up his dream. That was kind of
Did
part
he
of it.
say give up his dream? Okay, he said we need to stop this now.
Don't you think it's time to give up this inventing thing? Get a real job?
Yeah, we need to stop this.
But I think it was wrong to say we need to stop this, but I feel like Flint didn't have a damn job. He lived in a shed, like, he was always in his shed. Bro, that man was like 30 years old.
He was an inventor.
He has to get into the shed.
Maybe because I'm a dreamer.
I'm a dreamer too, but like, I'm also a realist. Like, he had to get into his shed through the toilet, Nana. No, that man didn't get a job.
Okay, fine, fair enough. But fair enough if the dad was like, oh, we can work part-time, but
no, but like, how do you know he didn't say that though?
He said it's time for you to give up these inventions and join me in the shop. It's time for you to give up your dream and come and join me for the life that I have envisioned for you, essentially.
I don't think it's about the life I envisioned for you. I think it's just about, you know, like, it's not working out. Aren't you tired of the failure?
Clearly not.
Yeah, clearly
He is tired. He should have just said what he meant.
Exactly. How many inventions has he been a part? He probably was his mum at first, but then when the mum passed, then the dad took over. No, that's like 20+ years of inventions. No,
I feel like that's the thing.
I'm tired.
That's the thing of why I guess
I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. I ain't got no eyebrows anymore. No.
I guess the thing, that's why I guess it's, I mean, sad that he lost his mom, because I feel like you need that balance of parents. But he didn't have friends because he was bullied. Like,
he didn't have any friends because he was weird.
He was weird, and that's why when he found Sam and they had that moment, and she knew exactly all the little things that
weird,
she even asked him about the shoes. That was the first thing she said when she saw him.
This could solve the untied shoes epidemic. What are they made of? Some kind of elastic?
So I think
it's true, like, different strokes for different folks. Like, you look at spray-on shoes and think, wow. I look at it and think, somebody call the police. This guy's
I just mean to say that I feel like Flint his expectations for his dad was a lot. Because I guess being a single father,
I wouldn't say it was even a lot. I don't think it was.
You think
a lot.
so?
No.
I feel like being a single father, he had to kind of fulfill all these roles, and he had no friends, he had no siblings, he had no mom, and Flint's dad was like, you know, I think his expectation of his dad for him to show up in this way, show up like in terms of how he wanted his dad to show up, for him, and yeah, of course. He could have, like, he's older now, he could have communicated that with him, but this is the animation.
But I think his dad was a good dad, because it's like, let's not act as if like our parents don't say the wrong thing sometimes or make mistakes. Yes, he said to give up on your dream in not so many words, but like, he still, you know, we can't negate the support he's given him before that. He gave him a lot of support before that, and a lot of freedom before that, and even when he did achieve it, he said, yeah, I'm proud of you, but he still loved him enough to be like, oh, I think something's going wrong. Whereas the people around him were pretending to his friends. The mayor was using him, using like his machine so he can get big. That's what it was, like a week, and he gained 100 pounds in a week, like that. So it's like, yes, like his dad said that, but we can't pretend he's never been there for him. Like, he's always been there for him. Like, when he's definitely stepped up when his mom passed, 100%. And it's like, we can't like crucify him for, like, I'm not saying that you are, but you can't crucify him for like making one mistake, and like, or even two, because parents make mistakes. This is what it is. Like, they're human at the end of the day. And Flint, yes, had a lot of expectations, but I feel like that's his father. Like, he's supposed to have expectations of him. Like, he brought him into this world, so he has to look after him. But Flint's an adult. He became an adult probably a while ago. So it's like, how much do I have to take care of this person? Like, because like, obviously your job as a parent never stops, never ends. But if it's like you're 30+ years old still live in my house, I'm paying all your bills, giving you allowance. That's a bit mad. At that age, that's too much. You need to get a job, you need to get something, you need to have some type of goals, and you need to have like some type of a vision where it's like, you know where you're gonna end up. Because it's like, yes, you can have a dream, but if there's no end goal, it's just a dream. I feel like his goal was just to create something, and then like be like, oh my god, I created something, you know. Like he didn't have like an actual end goal. Okay, I'm gonna create something and it's gonna this, and then I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna get a house. There was no goals, there was just dreams. And it's like, dreams without foundations are just in the air. They're not solid, they're not real, you know. So I understand why his dad had reservations, because eventually I think you'd have reservations too. And I think like, just because it's someone's dream doesn't mean you shouldn't be afraid to point out the realities, the flaws of those dreams. And I think his dad tried his best. He tried his best. And yeah, he was a good father. Like, he definitely was very loving. He's even able to say his mistakes as well, and say he's sorry at the end, even though it was hard for him. He still said it. Like, and it's like, I think not being able to like articulate yourself can be like a trap, can be a cage, you know, because you can see what you want to say, but you don't know how to say it properly, and it's difficult sometimes, because it's like. And like when you try to say things and it comes out the wrong way, and like the person gets offended, like you try to use that fish analogy, and his son was like, Flint was like,
Not every sardine is meant to swim, son.
I don't understand fishing metaphors.
I feel
what
like
the hell
that,
are you talking about?
like in terms of Flint, I feel like I understand him in the sense of, that's why I'm talking about his expectations of his dad and how his dad shows up. And I think because he has this view, you don't understand me, it doesn't matter what his dad says, he's gonna be on the defense mode, because he's working from that position of, you don't get me, my mom's the only one. My mom's the only one who got me. He didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
That would have been some
such a
cliche.
He never said it, but we knew it was kind of like the undertone whenever they clashed. And I think even with the restaurant thing, that's why he reacted in that way, because it was like, you don't understand me, your mom understands me.
I mean, this is a Disney film for sure.
This is silly.
Even in the second film, they were living together, and it's still, you were still doing, remember that birthday surprise thing, pong, where it exploded, and his dad was just there like,
my son.
So it's like his dad was and I think Flint is wrong, because he never acknowledged what his dad did do though. He was always, I mean, I get it, you should always ask for more if you more support, whatever, in any way you need, if we're in.
And that's why I feel like having his friends help.
But he never like counted his blessings either. Yeah. Like Flint never counted his blessings. He's always asked, like, too busy, you know, feeling like his dad's not doing enough, not enough. It's like his dad was there for him. Then again, it's like, if like your love language, main love language is affirmations, then and that your last one is quality time, then I can see why that wouldn't mean anything to him. But for me, quality time is like number one, so I would see that as like, I'd look at him one day and think, look at him with his nose eyebrows. Look at him.
I feel like his other friends fulfilled that role for him in terms of like the whole, because Sam was that to him in terms of like affirming him. And like even before that, Steve, like, must have been lonely, like, to make Steve, yeah. Steve was just there, even though he made Steve to like be his companion, but Steve's so damn stupid. The only thing he can say is just his name, Steve. Yeah. But yeah, I do think despite all his faults, like, as we all do as people, I do think he was a good dad. I think he's called Tim. I don't want to keep calling him Finn's dad. Let's say he's called Tim. But I do feel like his dad tried his best and did his best. And like Esther said, I'm glad that he apologized, he acknowledged, and that moment at the end was just so beautiful, because it just shows that even though like you may not have all the words and stuff like that in terms of our parents, that, you know, at the end of the day, they just want the best for you. And even in his efforts, like, even though they hurt Flint at times, they were to have his best interests at heart. And yeah, I think he was a great dad. He was a great dad. Yeah.
I love my son.
I love you too, Dad.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. We hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow our TikTok. And stay tuned for more videos from us. Thank you. Bye.